Heidi-ho YouTube, Major Cord here. I'm just going to say a couple words about the Mini Maglite. And those couple words are freaking awesome. Yeah, I know it's old. I know it's an incandescent light. I know it puts out maybe 14 lumens on a good day. But you know what? These things are damn reliable. There's no complex circuitry in these, at least not the incandescent version. These things are darn simple, these things are cheap, and these things can take a beating. I mean, you need your Maglite, it's going to be there for you. And, you know, if you guys don't have a stockpile of these, I really recommend that you do. And I'm not going to sit here and review the Maglite itself because, I mean, these things have been around for so long that if you haven't encountered one, you've probably been living under a rock. But I'm going to go through what I've done to mine to make it a little more user-friendly. Not that a Maglite isn't user-friendly, but, I mean, essentially, the Maglite itself, if I hadn't upgraded it with this switch, it's a twisty light. So you turn the bezel to turn it on and focus it. It is an incandescent bulb, so if the bulb were to break, the original tail cap it comes with, if you can see in there, there's a spare bulb, and the tail cap has a lanyard loop there. But I took the liberty of upgrading it with I believe this is a Terralux clicky cap, or clicky tail cap, and the Maglite pocket clip, which, since this tail cap is just a hair bigger than the light itself, nestles up there just perfectly. Otherwise, it would be resting against the bezel like it is on this 3 AAA Maglite. And this one's courtesy of ECMC. It's my dad's old light from like 20 years ago. So you can see these things take a beating and still exist. This one I think is, it's not missing a bulb, but something's wrong with it. I think the leads are corroded or something, so it's not turning on. But after I give it some TLC, it will work. It's the wonderful thing about these. They can go through hell and back and still work. Basically, everything on these is user replaceable. You can replace the lens, it's just made of plastic. You can buy a whole pack of lenses for a couple bucks. Multicolors, too. You can replace the bulbs. In fact, sometimes you have to because they're going to burn out. Obviously, batteries. You can change out parts. You can buy additional parts. They're just really awesome lights. And if you really, really are ambitious, you can buy LED upgrade kits. Although, at that price, I mean, they're $7 to $10. You're just going to want to buy an LED Maglite. So, you know, they're like $20. And they're really awesome, too. But, really, stock up on these things. I happen to prefer the glow of an incandescent light when I'm going to the bathroom at night. You know, if I got to get up at 3 to take a leak. Just because I was raised with incandescent flashlights. You know? This is the glow I prefer to see at 3 in the morning when I got to get up and walk. It doesn't hurt my eyes too much, 14 lumens isn't very bright, and just the natural glow of a yellowish beam, it doesn't burn my corneas, you know? It's comforting. When I think flashlight, I don't think very pure white, bright, eye-scorching whiteness here. I think this. So it's nice to own some of these Maglites. You know, stash them away in a bag with some batteries, and you got an emergency light. It's not the brightest, it's not the most pure beam. You can see this Maglite has a bunch of impurities in it, but what do you expect for a $7 flashlight? You can't expect the world. But this Maglite's going to work every time you need it. You're not going to have to be afraid of thrashing it like you are your $20 Olight. And I was actually looking for my dad's Mini Maglite for this little video here, but I couldn't find it, because he still uses it. He's had his for like 20 some odd years. He used it as a paramedic, and this was the belt holster he carried it in. So, they still make these. You can get them on Amazon. But they still exist. So, thank you for tuning in. If I'm not informative, hopefully I'm entertaining. Major Cord out.